News of Prince William's proposal to Kate Middleton has captured attention worldwide, but it's also creating excitement right here in Vancouver. Christine Tam reports.
Prince William's engagement to Kate Middleton has warmed hearts around the world, but the royal announcement has jewelry stores excited for a different reason.
Well, if it's anything like what happened the first time when his mother was engaged to Prince Charles, every jeweler worldwide noticed a spike in sales, particularly the sapphire variety. The choice of a sapphire for an engagement ring is pretty much a British Isles tradition. North American couples pretty much choose a diamond.
William proposed to Kate with the same engagement ring his mother once wore, a stunning 19-carat sapphire surrounded by 14 diamonds. A ring similar to this one.
It's a beautiful stone because every time I've seen it in pictures and so on, it seems to photograph fabulous every time you see it. It's a definite, pure, lovely, medium dark blue.
Non-diamond engagement rings could be a growing trend. Recently, another celebrity has been seen with a colored gem of her own.
So Jessica Simpson just got engaged as well, and her ring is similar to this one. Tell us about that.
It's actually very similar. That center ruby is just over 5 carat, and both of these would be spectacular candidates for a royal engagement, I think.
And how much does this sapphire go for?
Well, actually, on your hand right now, we're looking at just under $750,000, both those rings.
No big deal.
While I can see how wearing a ring worth a small fortune can make a bride feel pretty unique already, wedding planner Leo Damien thinks the ring won't be the only royal thing inspiring brides.
Well, the ring obviously is quite an important aspect of the wedding itself, and having a sapphire ring is definitely not very North American. At the same time, each bride wants to customize their wedding. So definitely with Kate's wedding, it's going to be about the dress, the pomp and circumstance of the wedding itself. This is a little bit more contemporary, a little more younger and hip, so I believe it's going to be customized to their personalities, and that's one of the things that I tell my brides too, is that customize it to your personalities and your characteristics and your heritage and culture.
The fast approaching holiday season is one of the most popular times for couples to get engaged. Unfortunately, we all can't marry a prince, but it is possible to add a little royal sparkle to your life. Christine Tam in Vancouver for BCIT Magazine.
Students at a Burnaby High School are learning sustainable gardening practices firsthand. Monica Martinez tells us about one of the most impressive student-led organic gardens.
This is more than just a compost. It's part of an elaborate student-managed organic garden.
I just love this place because it lets us students be able to experience so much more that we can't experience in classrooms.
Called a Little Big Garden, it sits in the center courtyard at Burnaby's Windermere High School. There are 13 plant beds, an earth tub that collects compost from the community, along with the worm compost and even an aquaponic system.
Basically, we have fish and plants living in a system, so it's basically another ecosystem for them.
But it all starts in the greenhouse. The seeds get planted here, and once they've sprouted, are used as herbs for the school cafeteria.
We didn't use soil because we wanted to use paper towels so it would be easier for the cafeteria to clean.
The students say they love watching the plants and trees grow.
It's actually that orange tree over there. It was about this tall.
About this big before.
We got it from the senior center. One of the nice ladies gave it to us in a little pot, and it's actually grown to be like this tall now.
Yeah.
The garden started 3 years ago when 2 students approached their teacher with the idea.
There was just a good timing. There was lots of interest. People came to us. Grants were available.
Castilla looks at the garden he helped build and sees it growing even bigger.
The long-term goal is to become 100% sustainable. So we're trying to make our own soil with the food waste that comes out.
As one of the few schools with a sustainable garden, Windermere relies on grants and school funding to keep it going. If they get the $10,000 grant they've applied for, then a fruit orchard will be the next addition to the not-so-little big garden. Monica Martinez in Burnaby for BCIT Magazine.
The Hopscotch Festival just begun, again selling out for the 5th year in a row. Natalie Langston went to the Molson Brewery House to check it out.
The Hopscotch Festival just kicked off with the first event, the Molson Brewery Tour. Melissa Pozak gives us a rundown of what the festival is all about.
Hopscotch was an event that started, I believe it's 11 or 12 years ago. This company this year is now turned into 3 days. Each night this week, there's a different event at different locations in the city. So tonight, your Molson Canadian Brewery Tour. So you learn about ryes, scotches, whiskeys. It's usually about 35 minutes long. Learn everything you can possibly imagine about beer. You get to try beer that just comes right off the tap. So basically, right off the line, they grab a beer in a can, they open it up, and you get to try it.
We know about the tour. Now let's find out what some of the guests thought.
I thought it was great. It was very fact intensive, and I've had a few beers, so I forgot the vast majority of those facts. But it was great.
It's beer, it's scotch, it's a great event. You get to taste a lot of things. I love the brewery tour, I love the beer, it's been great.
The Hopscotch Festival runs from November 15th to the 21st. You can buy tickets online at hopscotchfestival.com. I'm Natalie Langston in Vancouver for BCIT Magazine.
The Movember movement is out in full force in Vancouver, with men rocking the mustaches all around the city in support of prostate cancer awareness. And as my co-anchor Chandler Grieve found out, City Hall is no different. Or is it?
2 weeks ago, BCIT broadcast journalist student Peter Verge took his Movember cause to 12th and Cambie and convinced the mayor of Vancouver to do this.
I want to challenge you to become a Mo Bro and grow a mustache for Movember. What do you think?
Okay.
You will?
I'll do it.
He's going to grow one! Awesome.
So we checked in at City Hall on Tuesday to see if Gregor was keeping up with his end of the bargain. Well, it sure looks like somebody's been hard at work. Very thick and bushy, Mr. Mayor, but not sure about its sturdiness. And I don't think Vision Councillor Susan Anton is buying it.
In the city of Vancouver. And in case you hadn't noticed what my dare was this mustache today, which isn't a substitute for the lame excuse of a mustache I'm trying to grow for Movember.
A fake mustache? That's not very mayor-like, is it, Councillor Reimer? But if you look close enough, Gregor does have something going on there above the upper lip. And good news for you, Mr. Mayor, you still have 2 more weeks to grow it in. And you can bet Peter will be watching. Chandler Grieve in Vancouver for BCIT Magazine.
Chandler, I'm pretty sure you didn't have that stash a few minutes ago. Were you following Mayor Gregor Robertson's lead?
Yeah, it just sprouted right on up, just like Gregor. What do you think? Think I can pull it off?
It's a little bushy, a little hairy, not so sure. You could probably lose it.
Oh.
The Health Council of Canada is calling for changes in how prescription drugs are monitored. The council says the number of people exposed to unsafe drugs has increased over the past 25 years. 2 drugs that were heavily promoted and widely prescribed in Canada, Baycol and Vioxx, were withdrawn because of safety issues.
And south of the border, authorities say a Wisconsin man enraged over Bristol Palin's Dancing with the Stars routine blasted his television with a shotgun, leading to an overnight standoff with a SWAT team. The man was charged with second-degree reckless endangerment. Let's hope so. If you have any questions or comments regarding this program, please visit us online at bcitbroadcastnews.ca or bcit-broadcast.com.
That's it for us this week. I'm Brittany Greenslade with Chandler Grieve. Thanks for watching.
And with winter right around the corner, we leave you with a look at the ice atop Grouse Mountain.